Okay, I hear him. I'm getting ready to go live in the vision team. I will keep working on that. If for some reason it doesn't work, it's being recorded. We are recorded now. So this is by far so far the biggest group I've had out here, and I'm pretty stoked. This is the last big meeting that our team is going to have. And like I was saying earlier, I reached out to Mr. Robert Hollis earlier in the week and asked if he would honor us and jump on board and do the last training for 2018 for us. And I wanted to make sure we opened this up to anybody and everybody. I wanted to make sure everybody gets a chance to take advantage of this, take advantage of some amazing words of wisdom and training and coaching that I know we're going to get today from an individual who has changed my life in network marketing. We've become amazing good friends, just brothers in the Lord, and so many blessings and honors I've had since I've been working with him that I wake up every morning just excited about life again. And here's a gentleman that is in a constant mode of giving, in a constant mode of sharing and exploding people's lives and speaking into people's lives and making sure that first and foremost, his heart is with people and not, his own, and how he can better himself and so forth. So without further ado, I want to give him as much time as he wants to take. I know he's got, in a couple hours, he's got another training in his masterclass coming on. But please, and I can't do this like Craig, but I can give a ho, ho, ho. And please help me welcome the myth, the man, the legend, the servant leader, Mr. Robert Hollis.
Muted. I'm going to unmute myself. Wow, someone did good. That was fast. So you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? I had, okay, everybody do jazz hands.
Yeah, we can hear you, Robert, loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much for the person that also muted everybody. Well, Ron, thank you so much for this incredible introduction, this chance to speak to everyone. First of all, each and every one of you, there's no words that I can possibly share with me how proud I am of every one of you, and also how grateful I am for every one of you. This is a time of the holiday season, whether you, have Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. And, the success of the Vision team and the success of my wife's position is 100% an effort of a group. It's a team effort. And so each and every one of you, I want to thank you very much. I'm sort of, even stunned how fast everything is growing. I think I looked at my back office earlier this morning, and I think we're like at 380,000 in volume as a team. That is just nuts. So if you told me that we would, go from 500 and then, almost hit super affiliate by the end of this year, I would have told you, hey, that's like, you can wish for incredible things, but sometimes you get your expectations too high. And so that's what I want to talk about, is just a couple of things. One is first, the exciting news. I think a lot of people don't really get what's happening with the Farm Bill. And I just want every one of you to know that, if Donald Trump doesn't sign this, he's definitely not getting elected. I'll put my own impeachment movings in to get him out of office. But, I know he's going to do it. But one of the things is, me growing up in North Dakota, Montana, when you see the buzz that's happening with the farmers, just the farmers, I think that each and every one of people just don't really get to understand what this is going to do. One is, how many people wish that shipping was a little better for MDC? Raise your hand. Do you know why we don't have UPS, Federal Express, Airborne, all of those companies? Because get this, they screen their mail better than the United States Postal Service. And so if you're shipping a questionable product, because we know that there's people out there that still have the stigma where we're marketing, bottom line, we're marketing marijuana oil. You guys all know that, right? It's like you talk to certain people, it's like, you know, we're basically breaking the law. We're selling oil, you know, that comes from the wacky weed, the, you know, the devil's lettuce, you know what I mean? We're you know, all the things that slipped in our subconscious when we wasn't paying attention. And so I remember one time asking Josh, especially when I'm excited and I'm brand new and I'm just getting people in, and I said, listen, you know, why is it taking so long? You know, I know people, and I'm sure some of them are on here, 131 people on this. My Lord, man, that is amazing. Congratulations to everyone. And for those of you that are in the Vision team or other teams, you can, you know, share in there, hey, if you're not on here, here you go. And one of the things is, I asked Josh, and he said, listen, you know, when we use Federal Express, Airborne, UPS, all these other ones, they screen, and if they look and see that it's CBD oil, then we're going to get blacklisted and we won't be able to ship it. You know what I mean? And the last thing that we need to do is get turned into the United States Postal Service. Now, I know what all of you are saying. All of you say, yeah, but the 2014, you know, Farm Bill says that it's legal. Yeah, well, saying that it's legal and then running into a very, very, very conservative person that runs a certain mail depot can make a decision with the stroke of the pen to stop shipping of everything that MDC had. So I now, guess what? When Donald Trump signs this into action, then it's federally, CBD oil derived from hemp is federally legal. Just like that. And so now he can go out and go after the other carriers, you know, the FedEx, the Airborne, the every one of them. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen with this bill that's going to be amazing. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is merchant accounts. You know, if the federal law says that it's federally illegal, do you guys realize that in states that have recreational marijuana, that the banks still cannot accept the money? All those people that are showing up at the dispensary and they're getting millions and millions of dollars and they can't deposit the money in the bank. Is that absurd? That's just stupid. Well, immediately what happens is that changes on a federal bank level. So now all of a sudden people don't have to worry about MDC and HempWorks ever losing their merchant accounts. Now the big boys are going to jump in because of the value or the volume that MDC is producing. And now Josh is going to be in a better leverage position to get more merchant accounts from the very best. I mean, cutting down the cost of the merchant account is huge when you're doing $14 million a month. It also allows the farmers now to get crop insurance, but go to banks and get loans to actually plant hemp. I mean, this is crazy how amazing this is going to be. So when you go into all the things that this farm bill is going to do, I think that people go, oh, it's pretty cool, but no, it's really cool. And for some of you to see how fast action happened with Alabama, to think that as soon as the House passed it, and right away the Attorney General for Alabama sends out a public notice to everyone saying, hey, you can sell it here, you can ship it here, you can do whatever. So the Farm Act is pretty amazing for us to close out this year, and it's going to be amazing. For some of you, you might be able to change your wording a little bit by starting out with people. Oh my God, did you just see that Donald Trump signed the 2018 Farm Bill? And people go, well, what does that mean? And he'll immediately lead you in. Let me give you one more, and then we'll move on to the next subject. How many people have tried to advertise with Facebook and have had a little bit of problems? All right. When Donald Trump signs this, me and a lot of people that I know that spend a lot of money in Facebook advertising is immediately going to send this law to Facebook and go, what the hell? So now, not worrying about having CBD anywhere in your links or your post, or not being worried about having hemp in your post, that might be pretty crazy for some of us that want to figure out how to do Facebook advertising and get it really good, and then passing that information down to our group. So, you know, just be on pace to figure out exactly how that is. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with each and every one of you. So how many people are a little more excited about what this 2018 Farm Bill means? And it's pretty amazing. For some of you that have seen some of the posts, Gencana, which is the farm that we market with. I got a lot of friends of ours and distributors that are in Kentucky, and they're expanding to 3 times the size. They're hiring 130 employees. I mean, this has actually just opened up the doors. So, you know, Gencana and some of these companies that make, you know, the best and the purest CBD, there you go. So it's going to be, they're going to be on it like crazy. And now the demand for it's just going to make it go across. So it's going to be pretty exciting. So looking for the future of where we're going is outrageous. You know, I've been very, very blessed to be in the right place at the right time 7 times. I've never seen perfect timing like this. Never. I mean, so you guys think about this. You know, whatever other network marketing company that is out there, or direct sales company that's out there, you know, there's not a bill that's being signed by Donald Trump to make sure that everybody knows who their product is. So, you know, that's pretty amazing. So I want every one of you to really, really understand that's pretty exciting for us. The other thing I wanted to share with every one of you is how to mentally think during the holiday season. Now, how many of you know that less than 1% of the people on the planet make over 250, well, on the planet, it's less than 0.5%. But in the United States, when you hit 250,000, you're in the top 1% of all money earners in the United States. Now, why do you think a lot of people, when they get involved in a business like this, sometimes struggle during the holiday season? Does anybody want to guess? For me, it's 56 years of programming. For me, there's these certain holidays that's taken me a long time to get rid of. Like, oh my God, it's Labor Day. We get 3 days off. 3 days. It's like we are so programmed to, oh my God, I can't work during this season, or I can't talk to people during this season. And oh my God, guess what's coming up? It's not Christmas, it's New Year's, where I get to start all over because 2018 sucked big time. So in our mind, when we realized that 2018 wasn't the year that we wanted to have, it actually allows us on a subconscious and conscious level to take the rest of the year off because we get to start over on January 1st. Now, are any of you willing to admit that a little bit of that might be happening with you right now? It's like you just all of a sudden go, oh my God, it's after Thanksgiving. I get to check out for a whole 30 days. Now, understand, I get that point. And so what each and every one of you want to do is, how many people know that thoughts are things? You know, thoughts are just simple things. And then someone shares one thing with you and it shifts your paradigm. Troy's got Think and Grow Rich. My favorite one is The Science of Getting Rich. And one of the things is when you shift that paradigm and all of a sudden you go, oh my God, I didn't think of that. And I always love using this one because everyone experiences this, almost everyone. But why do we still change the clock forward and back? Do you guys know that if you really do your due diligence on that, really do your due diligence, do you know that that was created in the World War by Germany? So why would you carry a tradition or a thought like that? So Germany, Hitler, came up with an idea that if he moved the clocks, it would save for fuel. Save for fuel during a war where he wanted to dominate the world. And so a lot of people go, wait a minute, is that true? Yes, it's true. So we somehow changed that all over the world. And we said, you know what? We give farmers, that will give farmers an extra hour. You know what I mean? So they're not working in the dark. Like, you know, this is before they invented headlights. I don't know. They invented fog lights. And so they've already documented that most people today that we have the biggest spikes of death in the United States from car accidents is when we shift the clock back and forth. Because it does mess with you. Wouldn't you agree? So why are we still doing this? Why is this still a thing? But yet we all, just like robots, just go, oh my God, you know, spring forward, fall back. You know, I guess that's when we're supposed to do that. You know, and there's so many things that are programmed in our mind that we continue to do this. So an entrepreneurial mindset, very simply, is when you're talking to anybody or even yourself, which is most important, is that when you think about, wow, maybe I should put this off, just say out of your mouth, no, I'm not putting it off. I'm getting a head start on everyone. So in 2019, there's going to be this dash, and I pray that every one of you have this same dash to super affiliate. Is there any one of you that would just like to make 2019 the year that you quit your job forever? That you retire your spouse forever? That you pay off your debt forever? I like Troy when they said retire your spouse, and then he looks over like, that's what you're doing for me, or are you doing that for her, Troy? I don't know. But it's like, see, you can change your mindset very, very quickly. And when you run into people that go, oh, you know, I'll check that out after the first of the year. Just say, you know what? That could be too late. That's all you got to say. And it's like, what do you mean too late? Well, I'm right now going to talk to people all during the Christmas. I'm going to keep acting like I'm an entrepreneur that's trying to get my escape plan. Terry and I are watching that new movie by Ben Stiller about those two guys that escaped from that prison, I think in Pittsburgh. I can guarantee you that there wasn't a day that he didn't go down there and still dig some dirt or use the hacksaw. You see what I mean? When you're trying to escape the life that you don't want, when should you take off? It's like, you know, you don't see people like that are in prison that are escaping. Oh my God, I'll wait till January. No, it's not till January, because we get time off before the 1st and a little bit of time after the 1st. So to be honest with everyone, it's like we're setting New Year's resolution and the family's still hanging around. So we're really not going to get started till the 2nd week in January. So how many of you can mentally just say, you know what? I know there's people out there that are really, you know, focused on the holidays, but this year I'm going to get a jump start on everyone. Wow. Jump start bonus, jump start. Yeah, that's there it is. So just be the kind of person that constantly brings up in a conversation, you know, hey, did you hear that about the farm bill? When, you know, Trump signs this next week will be awesome, but I hope they make a big deal out of it where it's like on the Rose Garden or something, and you know, a bunch of people come out, because I think it'll be a great media piece. I'll make sure to try to find it and make sure everyone shares it. But bottom line, I just want each and every one of you not to beat yourself up. You know, don't look at 2018 as wow, I was going to retire this year and it didn't happen. You see what I mean? The worst thing that every one of you can do is overthink. And the second thing is, why do you beat yourself up? It's just bizarre. So all you need to do is regroup and think, hey, listen, I'm just going to get a head start on everyone at 2019. So if all of us are walking to Vegas, and for some of you that are in Vegas, this analogy, you've got to walk to New York. You know what I mean? Is that, you know, just get a mental thought that I'm going to get a head start on everyone. And there's a thing that I know that all of us talk about, you know, Ron and Aaron and Carlos and people that are on here that have been involved in marketing for quite a while. You know, most companies right now are gearing up to make sure that they're solid for 2019. And so I want to give you another thought about just things that have been happening, is unrealistic expectations. I always tell people that right now, I know there's people that are having difficulties with shipping. And guess what? Where I want to give you guys a perception of thinking about unrealistic expectations. Do you guys think that Amazon Prime has sort of changed people's thoughts on how long stuff should actually get to your house? Think about this. So now we got Amazon, and then we got Amazon Prime, and it's like, listen, I placed this order, it should be here tomorrow. That's not the way the United States Postal Service works. You know what I mean? So I want each and every one of you to really change your unrealistic expectations. If you mail a Christmas card, for those of you that still do that, or we brought in a person, and what we did is we sent them some samples. And so my wife went down at Postal Service. I forget the samples that we were sending was like around $20 for shipping. And I think we mailed it like on the 3rd or the 4th, and they say it's supposed to get there on the 17th. All right. So it is the holiday season, right? Also, do you guys realize that more packages are actually going out during this time? So someone needs to mute themselves, please. Thank you, Craig. So, that's how you set unrealistic expectations for your people. Why? Because they reach out to Jane, hi Jane, and they reach out to Jane and they say, Jane, where the hell is my product? And you know what our response is? I know, right? See, that's not that's the right way to respond to someone that says, hey, listen, I haven't got my product yet, because we mailed it from a mail place here in Laurel, Montana, to someplace in New Hampshire, and it's going to take over 2 weeks to get there. So if that person is complaining about us mailing samples to them, is it our fault or is it the mail system's fault? See, in this arena, people are saying, no, it's MDC's fault. So no, it's not. So when you log into the back office and it says right on there that, guess what? The label has been printed, but it's setting here. Then people's perceptions and expectations are like, well, it's MDC's fault. Not if the United States Postal Service hasn't picked up the container with the products and the labels on them. Are you guys following this? So a lot of people are going, I'm looking in the back office and it says that the label was printed, but it just hasn't processed yet. Well, that's because the United States Postal Service hasn't come in and scanned it, so it's not on the vehicle yet. Now, whose problem is this? So I'm going to give you guys a scenario on how to handle this. You know what I mean? Because people really, really, really get upset about the littlest things. And one of the things that I can share with every one of you is when you change your expectations to appreciation, it's like, my God, now someone is saying, did you guys notice this, by the way? I think that it's 367 million. No, wait a minute. I mean, billion. No, I think it's 22 billion. No, now that the Farm Act comes out, I think it's 867 billion. Then I seen 905. Then I seen one just yesterday where hemp and derived CBD, which is the largest part of hemp, is going to hit $1 trillion. Can I ask every one of you, when in the hell was the last time that you were part of $1 trillion trend? And they allow you to get involved with it for $20 flipping dollars? Can you cut people some slack? Oh my God. It's like, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. It's not falling. God darn it, man. So here's where you got to get and change your mindset on this stuff. It's like they listen to your tonality. They listen to your voice. If you're one of these people, guess what? You can change it. But you go from unrealistic expectations to Amazon Prime that I placed my order on 4th and I should have had it on the 6th. I am pissed. Two. Oh my God, the Farm Act just passed, and I'm now a part of a soon-to-be trillion-dollar business, and I got in for $20. In fact, the product that I bought is at wholesale. And when it gets here, it gets here. So for some of you, if you really wanted to see if this is correct, you should go down to the local post office. Don't pay for expediting. See, we're so spoiled, aren't we? It's like we look at it and they go, I need to mail something to Kelly. Hi, Kelly. And so they go, okay, you're mailing it during this time. I think the 20th. I think yesterday was the deadline to make sure that Kelly would get her Christmas present. I think yesterday was the last day that the United States Postal Service said, okay, if you mail it, so now all of a sudden I'm like, what? So I mail it, it costs money, and now I got to say, well, she's going to get it after Christmas. Oh, no. Oh, no. And see, my mind can actually go into that. So I go, can you get it there quicker? No. Okay, I'm going to go to Federal Express, UPS. I'm going to make sure that Kelly, I love her so much. I want to make sure she gets this before Christmas so it's under her tree. See, we really can make ourselves extremely upset by playing in our own mind, can't we? It's amazing how we're going like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So you can really change that by simply looking at how appreciative you are to actually be involved with the company, and while they're marketing during the holiday season, that we get the product when we get it. So how many people seen how fast I was able to change your expectation, I'm just going to get it when I get it? Well, how can you put yourself in one more frenzy? I'll tell you. I have this incredible lady that's new in the company, and instead of allowing people to order from the website, what she told everybody is she was going to buy in wholesale and get the product to them. Now, can you see where she actually took the problem and made it way worse? Because now she placed the order, she expected to get it in 2 days, Amazon Prime, and then she told everybody I should have the product by Thursday. I ordered it on Tuesday. Now she's got all these people that she promised to get the product, and she doesn't have it yet. She's in a frenzy, thinking about quitting her business, thinking about, might get a refund on her business. And it's like, oh my God. Are you guys getting this? So it's really important to understand exactly the way we think. And when someone approaches us and says, Karen, where's my product? You just say, listen, it's the holiday season. You got involved in a $1 trillion trend for $20. I promise you, you're going to get your product, even if it's lost. We'll get you your product, and you can start your soon-to-be retirement plan. In 2019, we can do this correctly and never work for anybody ever again. You got to change their perspective of what's going on. Does that make sense? Now, I'll give it to you one more time that you guys might find this pretty funny. Do you know that I don't even know when the product comes? I place orders, and because I make the right decisions, I'm doing okay for money. So when I buy product, this is going to blow your people's minds. I actually buy more than I need. Shut up. Really? So I made the right decisions. I got extra money. I order more than I need. So if I order the product on the 1st of this year, the 1st of December, and the product's not here yet, I'm okay. Because I made the right decision. It's not, oh my God, I'm out of product. Like it's MDC's fault that you're out of product. So did this help any of you? So yeah, what I call it is, it's just basically taking your mindset and changing your mindset so that you got realistic expectations. And that comes from appreciation. So, during this time, I know that a lot of people, are upset for more reasons than just they didn't get their product yet. So what that does is sort of compound on everything. So the last thing I want to share with every one of you is during this time, when you're pushing for momentum, I have a story that my mentor shared with me, and I'd like to leave you guys with this. And it's one of my favorite stories of creating momentum. And there's this thing again that pops in our head that I know that some of you have either seen or been in a vehicle that has stalled. You know what I mean? You're on the road and it's stalled. It might have ran out of gas. There might have been a problem, something. Do you guys realize that as long as you sit in the vehicle and whine and complain, the amount of negativity you get is off the chart? So you're sitting there in an intersection and it's stalled or it ran out of gas, and you start beating on the steering wheel and you start cussing and you're swearing. Then all of a sudden cars go by and they're honking at you, you idiot! And they're flipping you off, telling you you're number one, and they're honking, ah! And there's people on the side of the road, you know, they're on sidewalks, they're all laughing and giggling and pointing at you. Because when you're focused on the problem, I don't know why. No, I do know why. We think that that is freaking hilarious. Why, when we watch like all these reality shows and the drama starts happening, we're all laughing. We're all laughing going, look at that person lose their mind. They are flat out flipping out. And we watch people, you know, go through this tantrum, and we just sit there and we just giggle. So now watch the difference. All of a sudden you go, okay, I got to stop complaining, pounding on the steering wheel, being upset. I might as well put it in neutral and get out and put all my effort in the door jamming on the steering wheel. I'm going to try to get some motion. And again, people are still yelling at you, still laughing at you, still, you know, honking the horn. And what they're all doing is they're just watching. I wonder how hard, you know, Peggy's actually going to push. You see what I mean? They're all sitting there just watching. And so all of a sudden they see you really putting effort in. I mean, grunting and, you know, really pushing and not giving up. And if you guys just do that long enough, it always works. That's the way the universe works. Is all of a sudden, Carlos pulls up behind me, throws it in park, opens up his door, and gets out and starts helping me push. Now, what happens to all the people that were giving me the finger, honking their horn, calling me an a-hole, the people that were laughing on the side of the road? They see Carlos helping me and they all go, God dang it. And what do? Now they look like idiots. So now they start stopping their cars, and then they start coming out from the sidewalks and start pushing. And you guys got to be focused and allow everyone to watch you pushing hard enough where they go, ah, crap, man, I might as well help them. Now I look like an idiot for not helping them. And the words that you want to hear in momentum is all of a sudden the vehicles start moving, which is MDC. You start feeling it moving. And then everybody says, jump in, Brandon. Jump in and just steer the car. And they're all pushing. And then the people behind that start pushing. And that's how you create momentum. But understand the world is watching you. And some of you right now, they went, wow, they were really active on Facebook, and they were out there talking to people, and they're saying, oh, I got a new person in. And now all of a sudden during this season, it's like they stop pushing. This might not be as important to them as they said it was. I remember, you know, that Troy said he was going to get his wife out of her job. You know, maybe that's not a high priority right now because it's Christmas. Are you guys seeing what I'm talking about? So I'm not telling you to say, you know, I'm just going to do this wide open through the holiday season. You know, we do need to take time for family. You know, for some of us, depending on how you believe, God and family is number one. It shouldn't change. but actually, honestly, how many days do they get? You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys, I took Thursday night off on Thanksgiving. I did. My family was there. So when all my family showed up, I actually put down the computer and walked up and spent a nice 3-4 hours with them. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, now that Christmas is coming up, I promise you, I will spend quality time with the people that I love. And they'll know that it's quality. And because of my decisions last holiday season, it's Christmas for us all year round. We don't have to wait for one flippin' day to be all stressed out because we can't afford to buy the things for the people we love the most. Don't allow next Christmas and Thanksgiving to be like this Thanksgiving and Christmas. Change your mind, change your expectations, have gratitude, have appreciation, but don't stop pushing the vehicle. Because some of you know, if you don't push hard enough and people watch you, then guess what? Everyone does exactly what you do. Whether you think people are watching you or not, they duplicate everything you do. And so if you decide to stop pushing the car, then they stop pushing the car. And now all of momentum stops. Now you'll have it stop between now. It really will stop on Christmas Day. You won't get momentum by the end of the year. Then it's first, oh my God, no one can do anything on the first of the year. That's a holiday. And now you're not going to start pushing until the second week of January. That's not the way to start out 2019. Can I get an amen? So you want people coming off the sidewalks, and you want people stopping their cars, and you want people jumping on the bandwagon to help it. You want them doing it right before January 1st. And then everybody's going to go, how in the heck did you hit 5K, 10K, 25K in January? Is because I didn't stop pushing. Was that good for you guys? All right, so manage expectations.
Amen.
You know, make them appreciation. Continue to push the bus, or I shouldn't say bus, because a lot of you are still on the struggle bus. Get off the struggle bus. And so I thank you very much, Ron, and all the leaders that are here. Just amazing. And again, during this holiday season, for each and every one of you, thank you so much for making one of my dreams come true. You know, one of my dreams was one day my wife would walk the stage, and she did. And right now you're making the dream of me providing for my wife's dream just amazing. So I don't know if you guys will see this, but I think on the 20th, 5 days from now, Terry's got a little surprise. I'm chartering a private plane to fly to Berry Islands, and Terry's going to go out and feed and pet the pigs in Berry Islands. So yeah, if you guys look it up, it's a private island, so we need 2 different planes to get there in a boat. But she loves animals, so I thought, why not take her to a tropic island that's private and allow her to pet some pigs? Do you guys think you guys should do that for your family members, right? All right, so that's going to be her reward for us working so hard. So guess what? That will be 2 days. And then we're going to come back and make sure that we keep pushing the vehicle. Got it? So Ron, thank you so much for inviting me on here. I love and appreciate you. You're such an incredible servant leader. And I know a lot of people, including Carlos and Aaron and a lot of other people that are on here, promoted this like crazy. But don't ever forget, if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. And every one of you got to know this in 31 years of experience. You can frickin' do this. You can frickin' do this. So you got to make a decision, as Aaron says, you make a commitment, and then you got to practice every day. You just got to practice every day. Well, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, you do. Just like the first time you take a new dance step of anything. If you were going to learn a new language, and it was your first day, do you think that you would enunciate or pronunciate the words correctly? I don't think so. You know, especially for those that are Spanish, like Carlos, it's no, you got to roll your R's. What do you mean roll your R's? Come on, Roberto. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's not close enough. You know what I mean? So you guys got to understand that to be able to be fluent in any language takes practice. And also it doesn't take practice. You got to hang around people that actually are right from the right accent. People that are Latinos can tell when people are from other parts of South America because they hear was I going to say derelict or was it dialect? Yeah, there it is. Dialect. Yeah. So yeah, see, now you guys know, really how educated I am. But if you believed in yourself as much as I know that you could do this, you can do this. I will say one more thing, and I need to say this. My wife has always been able to have me put this in perspective. And I'll tell you what we do is not work. Being in 110 degrees, putting asphalt down, that's work. Can we be honest here? Some of you are thinking, oh my God, this is so hard. I actually typed in a chat box and a messenger box to a stranger. Oh no, that's like, oh my God, that's work. No, for those of you that really need to understand what work is. So you stop saying, hey, you know what? So, we hit 500K, we celebrated. And when we hit 500K and celebrated, I know you guys seen this, but, Terry's checks substantially went up. We made just a little over $62,000 for the month of November. The beginning, we're already over, I think, 50K for the month of December. Still have another payday left or two. So that momentum is starting to kick in when our first check was $0. Our second check was $70, but we kept pushing. Excuse me. See, so we kept pushing. So now that those paychecks are incredible. And I said, wow. I said to go from 500K to 610,000 in volume. I looked at her and I went, wow. And she laughed at me and she said, you don't work. Come on. And I went, what? And she says, you love helping people. You like finding people that are hurting and need relief with CBD oil. You love helping people that are financially hurting. You love what you do. Stop saying it was such a big deal. Ugh. And I'm like, wow, don't you love people that can help you put it in perspective? Yeah, so I work 12 hours and message a lot of people and did a bunch of Facebook Lives and did a lot of Zooms. Woo, this tough stuff right here, man. No, it's not. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you again, Ron, so much. And I love and appreciate you all. Have a very Merry Christmas for you guys that celebrated. Happy Hanukkah. Happy candle lighting things, putting candles out. What is that? I don't remember. But it's like Kwanzaa, happy everything. So I love and appreciate you guys all. And just let's make 2019 the best year ever. Thanks, Ron.
Wow. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Robert, I can't thank you enough. Have a very blessed and Merry Christmas, you and Terry. And I can't wait to do this again in 2019. I hope you've all taken a lot of notes. I'm not going to keep anybody on here any longer. The replay, we were on live on the Vision team for not the whole thing, but I will, as soon as I get the recording, I will upload it to the Vision team and the Power team and the Dream team. God bless you all and have an amazing, amazing Christmas. Don't let up the pedal. Don't let the car stop. We're all in this. It's going to be amazing. God bless you all. Bye now.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Thank you, Ron, very much.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, you guys.
Happy
holidays,
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Shave those
Thanks.
sideburns,
Thank
Craig.
you.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Carlos, for
Happy holidays,
co-hosting.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carlos.
Thank you, Aaron Kaufman, for your daughter and her comment. That made me laugh.
Thank you all very much.
You're welcome, Ron.
Merry
Get
Christmas,
the chance for the
everybody.
voice too.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. God bless.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
God
Lily.
bless.